everyone, it's Charlene with Tranquil Tuesdays. This is the first video I've ever made, so be nice. So today I'm going to try to help everyone figure out how to brew optimally loose leaf tea in your home with what you have, since we're not really going out buying anything right now. I'm going to walk you through this tea table first. I'm not expecting you to have all this at home, but this is usually, if you're doing a sort of traditional Chinese gong fu tea style brewing, this is a gaiwan. This is your decanter. So you would brew the tea in here, you would strain it into here, and then you would serve the tea to people with cups. Or you would use like a small teapot. But since we are in different times, I thought, what does everyone have at home? And what do I use if I'm traveling and I find myself in like an Airbnb where they don't have a gaiwan, for instance? I'm gonna show you what I do when I need to brew loose leaf tea. And there's not much, but you can usually always find a Pyrex measuring cup and a fork. So we're gonna do today. We're gonna learn how to steep or brew tea with a Pyrex measuring cup and a fork. The tea I picked for today is Baimudan white tea, which is a white peony white tea. I don't know if you can, don't think we have the ability to zoom, so you're gonna just have to zoom it yourself later. I picked the white tea because white tea is really hard to mess up. It's very forgiving. You can do different temperatures and you're not gonna really ruin it. And you can kind of oversteep it and not really ruin it. So we're gonna start something easy. So usually with white tea, you want a lower temperature water, not boiling hot water. I have some hot water here in a thermos, an IKEA thermos, so you could really have this any kind. Usually what you do is you heat up the thing you're gonna brew in the tea first. Just kind of warm up the vessel. Oh, sorry. I also brought out my favorite mug, so I figure everyone has mugs. This is my vintage Yosemite mug. I think I've had it since the 80s. It has a small little chip, but I've taken it with me around the world. So you want to heat up the thing that your measuring cup. I'm going to heat up my mug here, and then I'm going to put the tea in. So like how much tea? That's always a big question. I go by sight now, but this is a pretty good. So if you had a standard 2-cup measuring cup, and you had a tea that was big and full, like the white peony white tea, that was like less than half a cup. I don't know if you can see. Okay, well, we're gonna just try that. And so I know the water in here is not boiling. It's a lot less than boiling, but it's still warm. I can give you exact temperatures in the comments below, or in the description of the video. So sometimes a lot of people, what we like to do is kind of rinse the tea first. I feel the main reason and the best reason to do that is it kind of warms up your teas, get the leaves ready. And I'm going to use this fork as a strainer. Okay. So that's like a quick rinse. You see, like I just basically put the water in and poured it right out. And that was the main purpose, is really to get these leaves. The fork is double full now, you can all see. I'm just getting these leaves warmed up so they're ready to really open up and release their flavors. I'm gonna dump out this drink, or this liquid. So if I was hooked up like properly, there's actually a tube that usually hooks to this tea table, and you can just pour your water on here and it just drains out. Don't have that set up yet. So we're gonna have to ask our cameraman to please get us something to put this water in. So why am I putting in something so big, right? Because like there's definitely things like this, which is also from IKEA, that you can just like put into your mug like this, right? Put those leaves in, put the water. But do you see how narrow and small that is? Like if you have leaves this big, they're gonna get really cramped in there and really crowded. What you're really trying to do each time you steep your tea leaves is give them a lot of space to open up and they release their flavors. You want them to have like room to stretch and just their flavors. So something like this, that's not really enough space. So that's why I'm using something as big as this Pyrex, thanks, mixing bowl. Or not mixing bowl, sorry, that's a measuring cup. Okay, so this is warm, this is warm. I'm gonna add the water in now. For this, where I put about like maybe half a cup, I'm putting in. So before I put in about half a cup, a little bit less than half a cup worth of tea leaves. Now I'm putting in almost 1.5 cups of water. I just did it by eye. I've brewed a lot of tea in my time. I just kind of knew. But I do have specific brewing instructions for different teas. The proportion is something that everyone has different tastes. What they like, how strong they like it, how light they like it. It depends on your tea, like how strong it is, how good it is, how fresh it is. But, you know, the goal is to get to know your teas and figure out what the optimal time and proportion of brewing that you like is. So I'm looking at these leaves. They're looking pretty good. They look like they're all getting some time to spread and release their flavors. Okay, so I personally think it's ready now already. I know that's real fast, right? So again, I'm gonna use my fork as my strainer. And you know, it's okay if you get some leaves in your cup, it's not a big deal. I know, you know, one way to tell is by, I mean, I could tell by the smell that it was ready. I mean, I know this tea really well. But you can also go by color. Like I'm looking at this color and I know this is, it's good. It's, I'm sorry, there's no way for you to like see this color, but trust me, this is the right color. So I'm gonna try some. Yeah, see, that was perfect. It tastes great. You don't need anything fancy. I got a really good brew out of this white peony white tea with just this Pyrex measuring cup and fork. Okay, so why don't you try it? Let me know. Let me know if you have questions. I guess put questions in the comments. Or you could always email me, Charlene@tranquiltuesdays.com. And I will try to make more videos for you guys based on questions you have. And we can go, I mean, the next video I'm gonna do for you guys is show you how to use a gaiwan to brew tea, which is a little more advanced, but I thought we could at least just start with this one. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know if you have more questions. Bye.